Good morning. My name is Samantha. I'm 34 years old and I am a recovering artist. Throughout my whole life, I've been doing artistic things. Whether that be singing, musical theater, acting, dancing. So if you can't find me, look to the western sky. Drawing since I was about 7 years old. Or now where I'm currently doing other things like baking, crocheting, even cooking. There are many things in my life that I deem creative and artistic. But I've never had a chance to show myself in my totality. I believe that every single person on this planet is a creative being because we are, in my belief, we are all individuations of God. We all have beautiful talents that we can offer this world, and sometimes we're just too scared to show ourselves fully. So this channel is all about inspired living for the multi-passionate artist. I will show you my own creative journey as well as provide some tips and tricks along the way to help you thrive in your most creative and inspired life. All right, now that being said, for this first video, I actually want to be showing you my progress so far on my 100 Portraits challenge. So this challenge, I got inspiration from Jess Karp here on YouTube, as well as Ahmed Al-Duri with his 100 Heads challenge, but I never really set parameters or a time limit for myself when I did this. I am now 30 heads or portraits deep into drawing. However, I feel like it has been drawn out because I have been doing this challenge since October of 2021 and I'm only 30 heads deep into it. Now, certain things that I did with regards to this challenge is I wanted to do 10 heads at a time and change my medium for every 10 heads that I do. Reason being is because, number one, portraits or portraiture is something that I did way back that I wanted to get back into because I feel like it's a foundation for me personally. Number two, I wanted to learn different types of media or mediums. So throughout this challenge so far, I have worked with pencil, color pencil, and watercolor. Now, the mistakes that I did when it comes to this challenge. I asked people online, my friends, my family, for their own reference photos before doing this challenge. And so I ended up drawing people that I know. Not that I don't like drawing people that I know, because I actually love drawing people that I know. The only thing is sometimes the reference photos that were submitted to me were not of good quality, or because I was still learning like the foundations of drawing again, or reteaching myself, reparenting myself how to draw. It was very difficult for me to not have a light source, just one focal light source and shadow, because I feel like that is the best way of learning. While I was doing this challenge, I ended up doing Chris Hong's class as well as Gabriella Niko's class on how to do portraiture with colored pencil. And it was very helpful, but I kind of backtracked in a way. So now I actually want to restart this challenge. I'm scared because I've done a lot of work already so far, but it's not for any waste whatsoever. So if you would join me, I would love to see you, the portraits that I've done so far, and my strategy into starting this challenge again. And I'm probably gonna start drawing. So let's get into it. Hello, welcome to the downward view. This is my sketchbook where I started the 100 heads challenge, or this time it's 30 heads. So I started off doing pencil first, which is good because that is how you get to the foundation of things, and this is where it starts. So firstly, I did a self-portrait. I will have to say that I did not capture my likeness at all, and that's why I wanted to start off using my face first, or trying out a portrait of my face first, just to kind of get warmed up. I wish I did the hair a little better. It's a little messy, and I also started way too dark, and so the facial lines are just a little off. My mouth is way too protruded. This one is a lot better. Same, it's also a self-portrait. And this one I really like how I utilized kind of like the mark making that I did. And I like how I did the hair. But again, my mouth is a little too protruded still, and I kind of have like more facial lines than I want to. They're not that soft. Okay, this one, I kind of got the hang of it, which is great because I started drawing other people. This is my friend Sarah. She's amazing. She is gorgeous. I love how I did her hair. It's very ribbony over here at the end. And I also, one thing I was proud of myself with doing this is I kind of used 2 reference photos to be able to kind of imagine what her hair looked like, because the photo that she gave me kind of was cropped on top. This is my brother-in-law, Robbie. I really like the use of the hatching and the mark making again. I did it a lot over here in the perimeter. And then this is my friend Jen. This is probably one of my favorite ones that I did because I definitely captured her likeness a lot more. So those are the first 5 ones. Next, we're off to this side. This is my Aunt Rochelle. She is my sister's best friend. She just moved here. She's gorgeous. I definitely captured her likeness, I feel like. This is Chio, my cousin's daughter. My cousin's daughter. And she's beautiful. I love her smile. I kind of got the hang of like drawing teeth here. I love how I did her hair. It's very wispy. This is one of my favorite ones. It was very much so a challenge to draw her glasses, but I like how it came out. And then as for this one, this is my sister Tin. I really like how I captured her baby hairs. And she has a very serious expression on this one. And I also drew her vest, which I kind of appreciated a lot. This is Luna. She is also my cousin's daughter. And love her smile and her expression. But overall, I feel like when it comes to these ones... Oh, and then this is Gwen. This is my sister. I feel like I could have definitely done a better job rendering this part. And also aligning her eyes. I feel like that was generally my biggest challenge, is aligning eyes. So that's where the first part of the challenge was. Now we're moving on to colored pencils. So this is when I started taking Chris Hong's class. So this is one of the heads that I did. This one is the one that I did before taking her class, and this is the one that I did after. So this is Joey. I met him at my husband's cafe when I used to work there. Super cool guy. I definitely feel like I captured his likeness. However, again, the alignment of the eyes, a little off there, and probably just kind of working on this part in general. Next, this is technically my nephew, but I don't know his name. I don't have his name here. But my cousin James gave me a photo. I like how I kind of captured the lighting here on the side using different colors. And the fact that I use like purple as the deepest black is actually really cool to me. All right, so this right here is my friend Arthur. He's an amazing cook. I used to work with him, and I definitely captured this likeness. Like, I remember that for sure. This one is my niece Aria. She's a doctor now. She's amazing. I love her hair. Okay, I really love her hair. Again, I didn't use black as a deepest color. I utilized a bunch of different colors to create this effect, and I love how I ended up lining her hair. I believe I could have done better, again, with the alignment of the eyes. This is my friend Heather. I love how I use green and purple for her entire look. I used to work with her at BJ's, and I really definitely feel like I captured her likeness here. This is my friend Taylor. Really like the challenge of doing her hair. Really gorgeous smile. I love her glasses. This is my Auntie Tess Colores. I don't know what happened here as to why the pigment did this. As honor for her, honoring her, rest in peace, Auntie Tess. She actually recently died. She was one brave warrior and an amazing human being, and I really liked capturing her likeness for sure. And this is my wonderful, beautiful, lovely friend Jen Sabalsa. Again, the eyes weren't as aligned as I want them to, and it is definitely one of my biggest struggles. I put it on a different pad again, so compared to the other one, so I've been doing this same self-portrait for every medium that I do. Again, the eyes look like they kind of had a step up, and I drew the cheek too big, but I definitely like my use of colored pencil here. Like, it's just getting better for the most part. Okay, now we are off to watercolor. So I have an Etcher sketchbook with hot press paper here. My first watercolor painting, so now I'm off to watercolor, is of my sister Francesca. I love how I did this one. I just love the effect of what happened to the hair here. Like, I definitely captured her smile, her likeness. Her eyes, again, are... that's, again, one of my issues. I could have probably drawn them a little bigger than the reference photo. If I remember correctly. But I still really like this one. Next, we got one of my friend Kevin. So these are all the ones that I did with the hot press paper. This is my cousin's cousin, Kevin. But I definitely grew up with this guy. I love how I captured, like, the glowy part of his hair. And then... yeah, definitely feel like it captured his likeness. I feel like I drew his nose smaller, if I remember that correctly. This is Mia. She's my niece. I had a lot of trouble with rendering her nose out. I feel like I could, because of the angle of the photo, I had a difficult time with perspective with this one. But I really like how her hair came out and like her little crown and the colors that I used. And then this is one of my friend Mario and Hugo. This is him and his partner. They've been together since so long ago, actually, and such an amazing couple. I had a little bit of trouble rendering his hair on this side because I remember the photo being dark on this side. So those are the technical difficulties of this one. But still, I used... Kuretake Gansai Tambi, so I use Gansai paint, which is a little bit different from watercolor. I have a whole video on that on my other channel, just to let you guys know. I'll link it below, okay? All right, now off to the cold press paper, which I absolutely love this paper. It was really a joy to work with. So... here I have Lara Jean. I definitely captured her likeness. I love how I kind of used a little bit of blue tones here at the bottom and really cute smile. This is my friend Lara's daughter. Her name's Amber. I think what I remember again is I think drawing the nose a little too long. So it's a little too elongated. And then the shape of her face is a little too wide on either side. But overall, I like how I used the watercolors to determine like the glowy parts and then the shaded parts right here. This is one of my favorite ones. This is my manager, Karen, and this is one of the ones that I really captured her likeness. I like how I utilized green for her beautiful green eyes. And then drawing her jacket was a challenge, but I really like how I captured her and her glasses and everything about it. Like, it's one of my favorites. And then this is my most recent self-portrait. There's a little bit of steppiness happening still, but definitely looks more like me, more like the photo. I really like how I utilize watercolor in this one. This is a random model, so I don't know who this person is. Like how I experimented here. The watercolor paper is not 100% cotton, so it was a little bit more difficult. And then lastly, I have this guy. And again, a random model. Wanted to take a break from drawing people that I know because I wanted to focus on better lighting and things like that. So that is the end of my 100 portraits challenge that I've done so far. All right, I hope you enjoyed that downward view. Those are all the portraits that I've done so far. So again, I did 10 pencil, 10 color pencil, and also 10 watercolor portraits. I, for the most part, really liked my progress, but if I ask myself genuinely right now, do I want to restart this challenge? The answer is yes. More practice will hurt nobody, first of all. Secondly, I do want to do things a little differently. I want to have all my heads in one place, so I'm actually filling up a sketchbook this time and doing it all in one place. That's the number one thing that's changing. Number two, I'm choosing my reference photos, so I'm not necessarily doing portraits of people that I know or drawing heads of people that I know. I just want to be able to choose reference photos to be able to learn different things depending on what I am working on, mainly like light and shadow and things like that. I also don't want to be worrying about like capturing likeness completely the same, because my goal for this is to finish it. And I can't be worrying about like the likeness all the time, although I have been practicing a little bit recently just to kind of show you, and I feel like I've been doing a lot better capturing likeness anyway. So I did a gouache one right here. Let's like lower the lighting. There we go. And that is the same one of the guy that I did before. I also did this recently, because I'm following Gabrielle and Niko's class again. But this one right here, I really like it. I really like how it came through. I think that I'm getting better in general. Yeah. Those are the parameters that I'm setting for myself this time. I'm still changing up my medium every 10 portraits, but I want to go a little bit faster and just get this challenge done. I lost momentum, so I wanted to start all over again. And I love that. I love that as part of like discovering myself as an artist. But another thing that I want to do is not just draw heads all day. So I'm going to be making videos of other things that I'm experimenting on. And I am so happy that you're here. Thank you for watching till the end if you're still here. I really appreciate you. And I'm going to start drawing my next one. So that's where I'm going to end this.